Now, students at IT Tala, who also happen to be parents, say they are worried about their arrangements for September as the third level institution has failed to renew its latest childcare contract. The IT rejected the previous Creche's tender offer, leaving parents in limbo, with some saying they may need to defer in September. Drivetime's Della Kilroy reports now from Tala.
Hi, I'm Aoife Mooney. I'm 22 years of age. I have 4 kids, so this creche closing will affect me because I went back to do my Leaving Cert and I only came here because of the creche facility. Realistically, my oldest girl is going to school, so us as a family, we need the support of this creche.
Aoife is just one of around 30 students affected by the recent closure of IT Tala's subsidised childcare facility.
It's just really annoying and it's frustrating and it's really upsetting to think that it could close, and then I'm going into my 3rd year of college. I don't know what I'd do if it closed. I don't know what road I'm going to go off on. I don't know after, if I defer for a year, will I come back?
You're here with your little boy today.
Yes.
See, he's in this creche.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he'll be going into the preschool part.
The college say they'll provide financial assistance to qualifying students to support in childcare and other facilities while this is still closed.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If I was to send him to another creche, it would be so much more money. And a waiting list for another creche is so long. I'd actually have to still defer for the year. As I'm going on doing it, I actually really do like it. I found that I want to do event management, so I'd be really disappointed now if I couldn't keep doing it, couldn't keep going.
IT Tala say that following their public procurement process last April, they were unable to make an appointment to a childcare facilitator that met the minimum procurement criteria. But Student Union President Jason Kavanagh says they're unsure what was left lacking.
So we're here in IT Tala, standing outside the IT Tala facility creche. It's been closed down now. It was cleared out over a week ago. There's 31 parents, students that would avail of this creche service. 5 of them have 2 children and 1 of them have 3 children. The facility is one of its key attractions to any mature student or any student that is coming here, especially with a child. There's going to be approximately 900 first years coming to IT Tala now in the coming months. I don't know personally how many will have children, but this will be a key factor now whether they actually do go to IT Tala or not.
What do you know about why this creche closed?
Really, unfortunately, I don't know too much about it. I know the creche has to go out to tender every 3 years. The company fledglings that have occupied this space for the last 7 years, I can't make sense, and neither can any of the parents, of why now all of a sudden they no longer meet the criteria. Apparently it's commercially sensitive information. We can't be told where they actually fell down on. There was 4 criteria basis where they marked them. I know now that the creche will now be put forward for another tender in August 15th.
The college also say that they hope to have a new creche here by January, but what's that mean for students in the interim?
They will still be massively impacted. They won't be able to return in September. If they are able to, which it's proving to be a very big struggle, to find another creche, especially in around the same costing ability, but to make that transition from whatever creche they've gotten into back to this one, it's very messy.
Following the closure, the Students' Union started a petition also raising concerns about possible cutbacks to the Childcare Assistance Fund. Holding meetings, they've gained support locally. Local Solidarity Councillor is Kieran Mahon.
There's no childcare facilities in the Trinity Access Programme, the UCD Access Programme. So, in a sense, the fact that this facility is here in Tala is just a huge advantage. Any area that has issues, people returning to education, it's extremely important that childcare isn't a barrier to do that. To have on a CAO form, in essence, that if you have a child you need not apply, is a big disadvantage and a big barrier to encourage people into education. And it's not so much a case of providing funds for alternative childcare facilities. In essence, all that needs to be done here is turn over the facility for an extra 3 months, keep the thing running for an extra 3 months, extend the existing contract, let the thing go out to tender again, and by January 2018, any issues around criteria or any issues that exist can be resolved.
Meanwhile, for 34-year-old mature student Shane, he's still left in limbo, saying he'll most likely need to defer going into his final year in creative digital media.
Originally I wasn't going to come to do my degree because of the situation about having a little girl, and one of the things was they had a creche, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. So when she came in here, she wasn't even walking. I'll have to defer this year, until I find something that's suitable for, because my little girl comes first,
IT Tala say that they will contribute to childcare in other locations, but what are your options now? It comes September.
There is no options. I ran 10 creches. Do you know what I mean? But when you're going outside the college grounds, you're going up against private, going to 4-year finals, and to have the financial stress already, because I obviously have to pay me next year's tuition. I'm on a back to education payment. It's not a lot for me to go in under that much stress and then not having childcare with my child. And like, I'm after getting high grades since I came here. I wouldn't be mentally ready, and I wouldn't be mentally capable. I'd buckle too hard with that stress. Being put your education going to its head over something so bleeding backwards in this country is just terrible, like, you know.
And that's Shane there talking to Della Kilroy. We asked IT Tala for a spokesperson. No one was available, but they did say they intend to undertake the public procurement process again on August 15th and expect to be in a position to appoint a provider to reopen the creche in January 2018, as Della mentioned. It's 5:30. The news headlines. The mother